Hey, what's up? Otaku Mike here. Let's talk about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles issue number 4. Oh, this one was a rough one. So our story picks up with Donatello, and Donatello has basically been on his own for the past couple months. He has been away from his brothers ever since the incident that happened that none of them will talk about. And Donnie is on his way back to New York City. Donnie is a little worse for wear. He found out magic recently existed. He can't keep food down. He's very weak, very malnourished. He happens upon this gas station. At the gas station, there is a trailer filled with a bunch of different mutant individuals. Donnie goes to look, and the mutants ask for help. They're like, help us, we've been abducted. And Donnie gets stuck with a needle, knocking him out, and he ends up in this safari where he's been there for approximately 4 months since he got knocked out. And what they actually do is they send, or people show up to basically pay money, roughly around $2,000, for about like 5 minutes with a mutant. And they basically are at a legal mutant fight club. And while this is all going on, we find out through Donnie's monologue that Donnie actually basically makes it to where whoever shows up, they always want to pick him and not pick anybody else, because Donnie wants to protect all the other mutants that are in this illegal mutant fight club. We also find out that Donnie has actually been memorizing a lot of the codes and the guard routines and stuff like that to eventually get out with all the other mutants. We also find out that Donnie has actually been talking to a rat who he also believes is the reincarnated, or possibly is, Master Splinter. One day, after this has all been going on, Donnie wakes up and we hear one of the guards say $4,000 a person. And all these people show up to fight Donnie. And all these people who happen to show up are people who have previously tried to kill Donatello in this fight club. Donnie goes and tries to take all of them out. They kind of do overwhelm him a little bit, but he does get out with little tricks here and there. And eventually, he gets all the doors open. And who happened to show up? But the Foot Clan show up. And things definitely go from bad to worse as they barely make it out alive in this situation. And who happened to show up but the other 3 turtles? And they're like, oh, the Foot Clan tried to kill you guys too? Oh, the Foot Clan tried to kill me too. Donnie, why do you look like shit? Well, I've kind of been through something here and there. And we kind of figure out later on that somebody is actually reestablished the Foot Clan, and they're going after the turtles themselves. All right, so let's take a look at the artwork in this. Here is your creative team for this issue. The artist is different for this particular issue, but it is actually really good artwork. I feel like it definitely sets the mood. It definitely gives more of like a grittier art style. I feel like more different than the previous 3 issues we've had, which definitely I feel like sets it apart as being probably the best issue out of the 4 so far, art wise, because like Donnie is like definitely like drastically different, and it's just so crazy like how they went about like drawing this, because it just sets the mood for like a very, very depressing story, which has a somewhat happy ending, I feel like. But all these people are so mad that Donatello beat him up, or Donatello beat them up, I guess you could say. And just, it's a very, very gruesome story, and it's a story I wasn't expecting to find in a Ninja Turtles comic book. But yeah, the artwork is definitely jaw-droppingly well drawn and beautiful. Oh man, this issue was definitely a rough read. Not in the fact that it was a bad issue, because it actually was not a bad issue. It was a wonderful issue, but it definitely touched on some pretty dark subject matter, in my opinion. And my heart really broke to see Donnie have to go through all this terrible stuff that has happened to him over the past 4 months since the Turtles have basically disbanded their clan. But it was really interesting to see how Donnie kind of dealt with things, more like mentally as well as physically, I guess, as well. Because Donnie is really definitely transformed since the last time we really saw him, which was in the last IDW run, where he actually learned how to like time travel with magic and stuff. And he learned that like magic existed and stuff, and like how that affected him like physically and mentally is really interesting moving forward in a very interesting way to take his character development, because he's very much more like the technical side of things and the science stuff, but now he's kind of like technical and magical ish, kind of. But this is the last issue for all the individual stories for the first for the Turtles and this, and we're going to be moving into like the new story arc or continuing story arc after this issue. I'm really interested to see where things go from here and how the brothers are going to be affected by what has happened to them and what exactly is going on with them. Like, why are they at odds with each other? But at this point in time, they all have to basically come together to basically stay alive and not get killed by the Foot Clan, because they thought they had a truce with the Foot Clan, but I guess they really don't. But the creative team definitely did a really good job on this. I'm interested to see where this story goes moving forward, and who the actual main series artist is actually going to be. But let me know your thoughts down below. What did y'all think of TMNT issue number 4? This one was a fun read, but it was really rough. It was really rough, and I really felt for Donnie. And it was probably the darkest out of the 4 issues, I have to say. Like, it was like it just made me like feel really bad for him, and that's a good sign of a good story. You are really affected, or I was really affected by this story. But let me know your thoughts down below. I'm Otaku Mike. I'll catch you guys on the next video.